For those of you who don't know me, I run a Canadian lifestyle brand called K-Bud that's doing about $500,000 per year in sales. So I help clothing brands like yours get really good results. And I've been posting a lot of organic content lately, trying to go viral, to save money on advertising and to make sales for my brand without having to spend as much money on advertising. And one thing that I've realized through doing this is that the more polarizing your content is, the more it tends to be valuable for your audience. The more of an emotional reaction that you get, the more that you spike their emotions or do something that is really out there and that nobody's ever done before, the more that content tends to get shared, the more it tends to get viewed, the more longer people tend to watch it, and the more reach those posts tend to get. So I want to talk about this whole idea of polarization in your content. I hope you enjoy. Apparel Success is sponsored by my buds over at BrandCrowd. BrandCrowd's a logo maker tool. You type in the name of the logo that you want to have made, hit enter, thousands of logos will come up. You choose the logo that you like. You can edit and refine that logo as long as you want for free until it's perfect. This is a Hundo P design I had made for my own clothing brand using BrandCrowd. If you're interested, head over to brandcrowd.com/apparel success and you can get 66% off at checkout. All right, so you're watching me talk to you right now, giving you some advice on how to grow your clothing brand, how to market your brand. You're starting to get bored though. You might click off this video and then I grab this cup right here and I go, I guarantee that if I were to go into the analytics of this video and watch the click off rate when people click on other videos or decide to click off this video, it wouldn't be in that exact moment. And the reason for that is because when people do things that are a bit out there and are things that like you've never seen before, and it's really polarizing, like it has an emotional reaction or like a spike in emotion, it tends to be really captivating and capture a lot of attention. You know, within my own clothing brand, for example, I've recognized that the content that goes viral, that has a viral nature, is content that really is like on the edge of being like inappropriate almost in terms of the humor. But I've realized that that's the type of stuff that people, there's a lot of attention there. And I'm not saying that you need to border the edge of being inappropriate. That's just, you know, my brand is a humorous Canadian brand, so it tends to go that way already in our humor. But, you know, if you're being inspirational, there's probably some like really polarizing things that you could do to give an inspirational story. You know, like I think a lot of the best content online is stuff that is just like, wow, you can't fake your emotional reaction to it. You want to really pull an emotional reaction out of people. You don't want them to try to have to laugh at your stuff. Like you want them to like try not to laugh because it's just that funny. And I think that there's a really big lesson in here in terms of what makes people tick and the psychology around viral posts, things that get a lot of attention, things that tend to travel word of mouth. They tend to have this polarizing nature to it. Now, I'm not at all saying to post things that are going to get you canceled. You need to know your limit with this. But I want to show you an example of how I've used this inside of my own brand to really get better results with the organic content that I've been sharing. My clothing brand represents rural Canada, and we're all about the humor here in rural Canada. And sometimes it gets dark, sometimes it gets borderline inappropriate or dirty, and that's kind of just like a part of the audience that I share to. And when I first started sharing content on TikTok or Instagram, I was looking up content and I was posting these really generic Canadian jokes, and they weren't that funny. Like they were okay, but they weren't that funny. And they were just getting like regular views. And I kept thinking like, these aren't going to get much reach. They're not going to get many shares because when it comes to the value that my audience is getting out of it, it's not really giving them what they really want. Like they really want something that's going to give them a reaction, something that's going to show some personality, like some real personality. So I make a post on Instagram and TikTok that's a little bit more edgy, and it says, you know you're Canadian when your lady wears a flannel nightie with only 8 buttons as a hot lingerie. And the reason why I put this is because in Canada, we wear flannel all the time. It's like a Canadian thing to wear flannel. And the girls will sometimes like wear it with like their pajamas and it's like a sexy thing. And it's just kind of funny and it's a little bit more edgy. And it ended up getting a lot of shares and ended up doing really well. And I started to realize that like sometimes it's about injecting some of that risky personality, like showing some real personality and some real expression rather than just doing the same old generic thing. Because the same old generic thing is what everybody else is doing. And if everybody else is doing that, like where's your personality? Where's the thing that's making your brand you? What's giving your brand its substance? And I've just found that it's sort of a win-win situation because it gives our brand more substance. It gives us more personality. It gives us sort of this real vibe. And it's also what people really want. And it's helped our posts get more reach. It's helped us get out there. We're obviously not going too far with it. We're never going to say anything that's offensive or that's really like out there. But we're just trying to like be a little bit more edgy, and it's really helped with our content. And I think that it'll help you as well with your brand. Whatever your brand concept is, you can be polarizing in your own way that's completely unique to you. Like for example, if your brand's a gym wear brand and it's all about the gym and going to the gym and being a gym rat, then you could maybe like make a post where you pretend to do like 10 scoops of pre-workout at the same time and it's like some funny joke or something like that that's really like gonna get a reaction and get people laughing. Or if you're not a funny brand and you're an inspirational brand, maybe you do something like really truly inspirational that's like got a lot of emotion behind it. But the whole message here is that, you know, if you're just posting generic boring content, you can't really expect to get great results on Instagram or on TikTok, because straight up people only respond well to content that's giving them a real emotional reaction. And you're not going to get that real emotional reaction from posting generic, boring content. So keep that in mind the next time you go to create content for your own brand. If you got a lot of value out of this video, please hit the like button for me and let me know what you think about all this in the comments below. And if you haven't already, check out my free clothing brand marketing masterclass. All you have to do to get access is go to apparelsuccess.com/masterclass. You can watch the whole thing for free, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.